this is Facey. So today I'm going to be showing you how to draw cloth. Because somebody want to know how to draw dresses, but we're going to start off basic with curtains. Everything you need to know about dresses is within curtains. So first off, we're going to start with this weird S shape. Sometimes it's like medium, small, large, tiny, depending on the type of cloth and the type of thickness of the cloth. And how many layers of cloth. So tiny, the thinner the cloth, the smaller, the thicker the cloth, the bigger. And then you're going to connect them by drawing little lines upwards. Not connect them, but you know what I mean. And they're going to tend to have a little bit of a curve in it, and then you're going to connect the back. If you're looking up through it, and then if you're looking down through it, like downwards on the cloth, you're going to draw the lines on your little wiggly shape, and then you're going to... Why did I keep drawing? You'll see in a second. Then you're going to erase the part behind it. Focus on my visuals, not my speaking. I'm not a verbal describer. There's a reason I do drawing, okay? Anyway. So yeah, and then you're going to get that cool thing. And that's how you get the general shape of drawing cloth. And I keep drawing more of them. Wow, look at me go. Anywho. Oh, also I'm going to make this several parts, so that way... Oh, also, yeah, it goes light, dark, light, dark. So the more it goes out, the lighter, and then the more it goes in, the darker. Generally. Anyway, and then I'm going to trace it. But I'm going to try to put multiple parts of this so I can do how to draw actual clothes on top of this. But I don't want to take up too much time, so... So I'm going to make this part 1. Anywho, so there you see, we got our wiggly line. What's it called? This one is a bit thicker, so it has more loose waves. Also because it's curtains on a rod pulled out. The more you pull out cloth, the less the wrinkles. The more you pull it in, the more the wrinkles. Ta-da! Thank you, Captain Obvious. Half of drawing is just observing reality and trying to capture reality and then make reality look weird. Anyhow, so then you're going to trace it, right? Oh, okay, lower the opacity, then trace it, and then you're going to try drawing it yourself. And for me, this is what helped me the most when learning how to draw, is tracing and then doing it after I traced it. Oh, what's it called? If you like physically drawing and you have access to a printer, do that. Or if you do it very, 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 very lightly, keyword lightly, you might be able to put a piece of paper on top of a screen and draw on that, or get tracing paper. If you do that, do it lightly or you will scratch your tablet. I know this because I was 10 once and I had an iPad. It ended horribly. Ew. Not the most recommended thing, but if you have to, and for some reason don't have Procreate, but you do have an iPad, or if you don't have an Apple Pencil, then go for it. Anywho, now we're going to do actual curtains itself, and you're going to look for the point of tension, which in this case is that little weird triangle thing. And then I'm going to draw it again on the other side. And for some reason, I didn't trace it this time. I just drew it, which you'll see. So, what's it called? And then I made a new layer. You know, a less lazy person would do better editing and do this in like they'd speed it up or something, but I'm not that person. So you're going to draw lines down from your point of tension because this is going to be your general shape. And then I always like to start on like the bigger shapes first and then work inwards. So the bigger shape is the outside of it. And then you're going to do a zigzag, like a Z, going downwards. Because this cloth is, it's going to be uneven and it's going to be draping down. So hence the Z shape. And then you're going to connect those to the top and add more inner wrinkles. It's late. Anyway. And then, yeah, details. And now we shall move on to the, what's it called? Actually, I'm going to do editing magic and skip through me actually tracing this part because it's going to take a second. No need to thank me. Okay, so once again, you're going to start off with the bigger shape, which in this case is this, I don't even know what that's called, to be honest. Start off with your big shape, and then you're going to move on to your medium shapes, which are the wrinkles, which in this case, you're going to make like it's triangles. Triangles connected to triangles. Like, even the shape I'm drawing right now is just really just two triangles connected to each other. The closer to the middle in the case of curtains, the bigger it is. And then the closer to the sides, so like the one to the curve is going to be kind of like medium-ish. And then the ones close to the point of tension are going to be really tiny. So basically, the closer you are to the point of tension, the smaller. And the farther away you are from the point of tension, the bigger. Got it? Got it. The reason that it's smaller towards the curve itself is because the cloth is bunching up more. Versus in the middle, it's more loose. Once again, just to review, it's going to get pulled in, and then everything else is going to get pulled in towards a point of tension. If there's no point of tension, it's just going to drop straight down, because that's how gravity works. And then after you trace it, you're going to draw it out again, starting with the big shapes, moving on to the I started again, I guess. Starting with the big shapes, moving on to the medium shapes, and then adding in your bunched up pieces of cloth wrinkles. Anywho, stay tuned for part 2, where I teach you how to draw actual dresses, applying concepts. Anywho, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, bye! Also, if you have any recommendations on how I can improve my tutorials, just leave that in the comments below. Or if you liked something about my tutorials and there was a particular part that worked well for you, then leave that. So that way part 2 makes more sense, because I can be quite rambly in my explanations.